Hey guys, it's Leo, and today is a very special day. It's a very emotional day because we're here with HUGTTO episode 49, which is the last HUGTTO episode. I just finished watching it and I'm still drying my tears. This was a very emotional episode for me, and it was a really beautiful episode. At the same time, it left me really confused. But overall, I think the experience has been amazing. And well, the first thing I want to say is that I am very glad that I was able to finish my weekly impressions on HUGTTO. It's if you follow the channel, you know, because you usually talk about this. It's a very hard thing for me to keep doing things until the end. It's a thing that I struggle with forever, and I've been able to finish my HUGTTO impressions, and now a year again, I was able to finish my HUGTTO impressions, and I'm very happy. I'm very thankful that I have this space to talk about things I love and to share my love for PreCure, and to be able to share my feelings, share my impressions, share what I think, and share a little bit of myself with you that want to watch and listen to what I have to say. So I have to be very, very thankful for everybody who watch my videos, who leave comments, who likes the videos, who subscribes to the channel. Thank you very, very, very much. Thank you for being on this amazing journey with me. But let's talk about the episode. This was a sad and happy and emotional episode, and I really think that they played with our emotions in this, because I feel like they gave us emotional moments with every single character, and they were able to show everybody, but the plot was really confusing. But anyway, the episode started with the girls having like their last moments together. We had Dr. Trump constructing a ship, a train, so that they can go back to the future, but the girls were having their moment. So the five girls, Harry and Hutton, they were having their last day, so they were able to have their last moments together, to share this last breath of the HUGTTO group, because after that moment, when they go to the future, they will never meet each other in the same constant, like in the same situation and in the way they are now. They're going to be very different people. And this is one of the things that really left me confused, but I'm going to get to that later on. But, I feel like those last moments of the group were very charming. There's so much charisma when they're together. And at the same time, I feel like they were able to, give the characters a little bit of personality, a little bit more. Like, they showed a little bit of each one of the characters. Except for Homari a little bit. I think that she was the one that was left out of this last episode, even though she still had her moments to shine. But the goodbye scene was really powerful. Oh, but before the goodbye scene, we had Cure Star's debut or pre-debut. I'm gonna be really honest. For me, that her appearance, disastrous. It was really bad. It was boring and it was lifeless. It didn't bring me anything, I didn't like it. I mean, her power, she didn't fight, she just blocked the monster and that was it. She didn't show a little bit more of her power, she didn't show a little bit more of herself. I don't know, I just didn't feel anything for Cure Star. But one I really felt for was Hikaru. When the fight was over, a boring fight like almost all of HUGTTO fights. After that, we had a moment with Hikaru, and it was so funny because we had that kappa going around, and then she quickly went to chase it to learn more about it, and it's just like we expect her personality to be, because they're saying she's going to be very curious, and she's going to follow things she feels curious about, and she's going to try to learn about those things. And I think they were able to show that really nicely in that scene, and it was so nice, Emiru with her big eyes because of the kappa. You know, I feel like Hikaru was full of charisma, but Cure Star was a letdown. What did you feel? I felt really let down by Cure Star in this episode. I was expecting something more. Even her introduction was boring. Um, but then the goodbye scene was really powerful. I was expecting a little bit more from Emiru and Lulu. I mean, they're supposed to be a duo, and when those duos they say goodbye to each other, it hurts. It hurts. But you know, with Emiru and Lulu, it didn't really feel that way to me. I felt like I was expecting Lulu to feel more of their goodbye. I was really expecting to see Lulu feeling a little bit more, stronger. Like I was expecting her to feel a little sadder in their goodbyes. But no, she was okay. I mean, she was like, she understood that they had to go, and she didn't really cry like Emiru did. But you know, Hana's and HUGTTO's goodbye, that was harsh. That was really hard to watch. It was sad. You know, all of the girls trying to smile while HUGTTO was going away, and you know, HUGTTO not really understanding why the girls weren't going with her, especially Mama. It was hard to watch. It was fun seeing the villains going back as well. Everybody went back or went forward to the future, but you know, it was nice, you know, seeing Paparu rooting for them as well, but really painful to see HUGTTO and Hana saying goodbye to each other. It was really painful. But when we got back to 2030, it was when things went really confusing to me. Everything felt so messy, and I don't really understand what happened, because we in the future we had a breakdown, we had a big something, and the future was destroyed. So they destroyed George in the present, and then the future got restored, or is this a different future, like a different timeline? I don't know. But when they got back to the future, it was kind of confusing, because some of the characters from the past that went to the future were like they were in the past. For example, we had Papuru. Beautiful. She seems like a little older, like 4 or 5 years older than she was in the original series. We had what's the name of that guy that's working with Saya? That villain? I forgot his name. Oh my god, I forgot his name. But you know who I'm talking about, right? He felt exactly the same. But then we had Charlie, we had Jellos, and they were children now. So where are Charlie and Jellos who were in the past and went back to the future? Where are they? Or the future they went back to is even further than the future we saw in this episode. Why? Because, I mean, when Charlie Jellos and the Jellos' minions, that I forgot the name, went to the future, they were older. They were already adults. So now we see them as kids. Where are the adult ones? And then we had Emiru with Tron. Tron took Emiru to see the new android Lulu, who is an android who is gonna grow and who is gonna become, you know, she's an android with the ability to grow and feel. And, you know, I felt a little, I don't know, but I feel like Emiru, I loved Emiru's look, like a punk star, rock star, I loved it. But I felt a little strange that she wasn't able to be, she was so eager, and when she met Lulu, like, Lulu, who are you? And she just like, I'm your best friend. Like, girl, she doesn't even know you. Why don't you build this friendship up before you start hugging her and, you know, I don't know. And then when she started singing, Lulu started singing with her, so I was very touched at the moment, because probably Tron put something into that android, like memories of the past Lulu. But where is Lulu? Where is the past Lulu? Where is the Lulu we know? Where is the android that we know? Like the teenage Lulu. Where is she? What is happening? Why is now Lulu a new android? Where did that Lulu go? What happened with her? And then another one that I missed in this futuristic scene is Harry. Harry is a character we have been following since episode 1. And then, where is he now? I mean, we were able to see him. We were able to see every single character, and that's a very nice thing. Oh, one character I forgot to talk about, we saw in the past, is that Tengu. We saw in the episode that they traveled the world and then they went to a spa. That Tengu helped them in the fight, and I was like, at that episode I was like, what is really going on here? But that Tengu appeared in this episode in the scene that they are in the movies. They're watching a movie and the Tengu is behind. That's a mystery HUGTTO didn't solve. Where is he? But then we were able to see lots of characters. We were able to see Anri and Masato. Oh my god, that scene. You know, Anri throwing his heart and Masato catching it. I mean, best couple ever. We were able to see Ranze, is that her name? With Saya's mom. She was receiving a prize. It's maybe like an Oscar, so she's probably a very famous actress now, and I'm happy for her. We were able to see Hinaze being a very famous musician. I don't know if he's famous, but he seems to be a very happy person in his career. And then we were able to see Hana as a CEO of a company, and Hana is powerful, but Hana's pregnant, and then Hana went into labor, and then we were able to see Saya, who's now a doctor. Yes, she won as well. And then we were able to see Homari with a big hair. Beautiful. She's so beautiful. Oh my god. And then we were like, what happened with Homari? We didn't really know. But when she got to Hana, she put the medal, a gold medal in her hand. And I was like, okay, Homari is on the right path as well. She's very famous. She's talented. She's fighting to be the best. You know, she is the best because she won gold medal. So yeah, she's still a figure skater. Great. We were able to see Hannah's sister, we were able to see Hannah's parents, and then we were able to see George. George in the past, like, you know, he knew the time was moving, and then we were able to see George in the future as well. We weren't able to see his face, but from what we saw, he is the baby's father. How do I feel about that? I don't know. And, you know, I feel like, I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about that because I feel scared, actually. I think the first thing I feel is scared, you know, because, I mean, Hannah went through everything and then she still ended up with George. Or she ended up with a different George. I mean, she probably ended up with the George that appeared last episode, like, watching things happening and crying, because that's a different George that went back in time. Or is it the same George? And then Hagumi was born, which is HUGTTO, and when Hagumi was born, she was like, HUGTTO, welcome back again. And then I feel like, okay, so after all this time, you noticed that HUGTTO was supposed to be your daughter from the future, or you felt that when Hagumi was born? I don't know, and to be honest, that's not an important thing at all. But, I mean, I wanted to see more of HUGTTO. I wanted to learn more of HUGTTO and Cure Tomorrow and Mother, and because if you think about it, what happened in that destroyed future? What happened with Hannah? And then George, why did he attack his own daughter? I mean, wasn't he supposed to try to save his daughter? I mean, he couldn't save Hannah, okay. But then, couldn't you try to save your own daughter instead of going all crazy and trying to destroy everything and stop time? I mean, I don't know. And didn't he notice HUGTTO was his daughter when he got back in time and saw HUGTTO? That's so confusing. But what I want to say is that overall, I feel like the message of this episode was really beautiful. And even though it was confusing and I'm allocating everything I felt about this episode right now, I still feel that it was a very powerful and emotional episode. You know, I feel like it brought lots of emotions that HUGTTO was able to build so far. And it was able to showcase that the message of HUGTTO is really powerful, and you know, it gives me power to keep on going, to keep on trying, to keep on believing, and to keep on waking up every day and trying to fight for my dreams to come true and for my dreams to blossom and happen, you know. that's how I really feel about this finale. You know, I've said lots of problems I had with it, but you know, in the end, I think the most important thing is how we feel. And I feel revigorated. I feel that it gave me power to keep on fighting and to keep on going. Beautiful episode. Beautiful, beautiful episode. But I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on HUGTTO episode 49, our last episode? Probably not the last breath of HUGTTO because we're going to see them in All Stars as well. But in general, you know, HUGTTO is a great season, and there's still one more video I want to do from HUGTTO, and yeah, I'm probably going to release this other video before the debut of Star Twinkle, somewhat around this week. But there's one more video of HUGTTO I want to do. I mean, at least for now, so that we can say goodbye to this season. But it's hard. It's really hard, especially when we like it this much. Anyways, guys, that was it. Please leave a comment with your opinions on episode 49. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.